Hi, I'm Dominique Lukey, speaking on behalf of Leader Ethics, a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization committed to promoting ethical leadership among elected officials. I'm pleased to tell you today about a project called Elections 101. There's a lot of conflicting information about the election process in Wisconsin. Getting factual information to all voters, but especially to young people, is not only the right thing to do, it's crucial to our democracy. Today's high school students represent the next generation of voters and candidates, which is why we started this project. Elections 101 is a 4-part video series that describes how the election process works in Wisconsin. These videos are short, fun, and geared to a younger audience, but available to anyone. In fact, you can check out these videos at elections.wi.gov/101 or leaderethics.us/video. They average about 6 minutes in length. Leader Ethics would like to recognize everyone who collaborated with them on this project. Special thanks to the Wisconsin Elections Commission, the Department of Public Instruction, the Wisconsin Newspaper Association, and the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association. And a special shout out to all the high schools who participated in making these videos. Thanks all. All right, enough from me. Let's check out the first video, Elections 101, Elections Overview.
Hi everyone, I'm Carmen and I'm gonna walk you through Wisconsin's election process. Now guess what, I'm not an expert, shocking I know, but I've talked to people who are and had some fun learning from young people across the state about how it all works, and I wanna share that with you. Let's get started. Wisconsin's elections are noteworthy because they're overseen at the state level, but they depend on municipal clerks in every city, town, and village to run smoothly. It makes Wisconsin's system one of the most decentralized in the country, but it works. So clerks prepare for the election, print ballots, and train poll workers, 20 to 35,000 poll workers, depending on what kind of election it is, but we'll get to what that means in a minute. Anyway, 3,000 polling places across the state make sure that everyone who wants to vote can. And with recent stats showing 77% of Wisconsin's population registered, second only to Minnesota. Come on, Wisconsin, really? A lot of people want to vote. We'll show you what it's all about. Let's take a field trip and learn more. How much these guys know about Wisconsin's voting process! Yeah! We're gonna play some games, a little trivia about the Wisconsin election process. Here we go. First question, who are your local election officials? Are they A, executives appointed by members of Congress in their home districts, B, your neighbors, friends, teachers, family from right where you live, or C, highly developed robots? Hello.
I'm gonna go with A.
I'm gonna say A, probably, maybe.
Well, I think it cannot be C, just because highly developed robots aren't really a thing yet. So I'm gonna have to go with B.
That is correct.
I'll say B, people from my local community.
Perfect. They're volunteers from all over Wisconsin who sign up to help Wisconsin's elections run smoothly. They're trained to be inspectors, registration officials, and greeters. Spring elections are held every year for offices, but which of these is not an office that holds elections in the spring? Is it A, school board members, B, judges, C, county board members, or D, chancellor of the exchequer?
Oh my gosh. School board members?
I'll be honest, I have very little idea which one's which. I'm gonna just go out on a limb here and say county board members.
Say D, the chancellor of the exchequer.
Perfect. Do you even know what that is?
I do not.
Great.
It's a government position in the UK, so we haven't had to worry about that one for quite a while. And spring elections are called nonpartisan, so that means that the candidates on the ballot don't run with an affiliation like Democrat or Republican or anything else.
Okay, not bad, not bad. A couple of questions in there were about election cycles, which we haven't covered, so let's do that now. But again, I'm not an expert, so let's talk to somebody who is about why some elections are in the spring, some are in the fall, and what it all means.
Hi, I'm Jim Verbeek. I'm the Deputy Clerk from the City of Madison. So the main difference between a spring and a fall election is a spring election deals with nonpartisan candidates like a mayor, school board race, judicial races, and a fall election deals with partisan candidates who run on a party. So a U.S. Senator, state senator, president, vice president. The reason that we don't have all those races in one election is because that would be a lot of races, a lot of things for different voters to digest. So we split them up so that way we have the local stuff in the spring races and the federal and state stuff in the fall races. So one thing to keep in mind when these election cycles approach is that the spring election, you're going to see your local races. For the fall elections, those are more state and federal races, and you're likely to see a lot of ads and hear a lot of phone calls and things related to those elections. But the spring elections, even though you don't hear so much about them on the ads, it's still very important races that decide a lot of your local issues that impact you directly.
Thanks, Jim. That was a lot, but I think I got it. Now, let's talk about how to register. To become a registered voter in Wisconsin is pretty easy. To start, you have to be 18, or if you're 17, you can register, but you need to be 18 by election day. You can't be serving any part of a felony conviction, and you can't bet on the outcome of the election, which is weird anyway, so don't do that. Now, for starters, you have to register in the district you live in. If you have a Wisconsin driver's license or a state ID, you can register online at myvote.wi.gov up until 20 days before the election. After that, you can register at your local clerk's office up until 5 p.m. the Friday before the election. Or you can also register at the polling place on election day. So simple, right? Let's head back out and see what else we know about voting in Wisconsin.
We're gonna play a game of Wisconsin election charades. So in my hand, I have a couple of pieces of paper, and on the other side of these pieces of paper are a person, place, or thing that has to do with the Wisconsin election process. You're gonna choose a piece of paper, you're gonna put it up to your head so that only your partner can see it, and then they are going to act it out with no words, and you're gonna do your very best to guess what it is. You ready?
I think I'll choose this one. Go. Writing, paper, folding, putting it into something. A ballot box, a ballot, paper ballot, envelope, mail-in ballot, absentee ballot.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Let's go.
Sorry, I just went for it. Mark, you ready to go? No words, just actions.
It's a machine. Voting. Voting machine. Machine voting. It's a machine. Counting box.
I'm gonna help you out, Mark. So this is actually a vote tabulator. Have you heard of this before?
No.
That is okay. You were very, very close though. A vote tabulator is basically just what counts all the ballots on election day. I think we've all learned something today about the Wisconsin election process and voting tabulators.
All right, that's what I got for you today. We're going to get into some details in other videos, but for now, thanks for hanging in there, and hopefully you're coming away a little more confident about voting in Wisconsin. Bye.